Right, everyone's okay. Hope you're all alright. So yeah, on Penns Hall, the Syndicate. Yeah, I got here last night. I think it was about 5:30, 6 o'clock, and it was absolutely chucking it down. And it was getting dark. I managed to just get a couple of spots sorted and get the 3 rods out. Rain the whole time. So it was a bit of a grawler last night, but managed to get it sorted. I don't know what this footage is going to turn out like, because I'm filming off a borrowed phone at the moment because mine's broke. It's supposed to be back today, but it hasn't turned out that way, so got to do some footage on this. Hopefully it turns out alright. Yeah, so there's currently 5 on the lake, and there's 3 fish that have come out. Two to a guy at the top end. He had one when I arrived yesterday and one this morning about 4:30. And then another guy who's 5 swims up from me, he had one about 3 o'clock yesterday. So that's a good sign. At least some fish are being caught, because I don't think anything's come out of here for ages. Because the temperature, I think it's been froze a couple of 3 times, and then it's warmed up, then it's froze again. So I don't think anything's come out of here until now. So yeah, they're definitely on the feed. So yeah, spots wise, I've got 2 over on the sluice. I've come down this end of the lake because it's a warm southwesterly that's on at the minute. My nose is running. Warm southwesterly and my nose is running. And we've had quite a bit of rain, so you've got an inlet there, gushing in water, and the wind's pushing down here. So I thought they might have been in this area. Now, I heard one bosh last night. I actually heard 2 boshes, but both of them near enough a couple of minutes apart, so it's usually the same fish going up and out the water a couple of times. Currently got ducks diving over my spot. I've just been picked up by one actually. So they're doing my head in at the moment. So yeah, I've got 2 over on the sluice. It's quite silty over there, so they're on Ronnie rigs. I've got one over at 15 wraps over towards the bay, big green bush. It's a little bit of a difficult cast. You've got overhanging trees, a tree to the right, which if you get it wrong you can end up in the top of the tree. The branches hang out to the right, and then over the other side of the bank you've got a tree that comes out into the water that's on the left side of the bay. So where I've got to get it is sort of in a bit of a narrow corridor, but that's gone out fine, and I managed to get 5 spuds on that. Put 5 or 6 spuds on that yesterday. I put another 3 on there today, 3 or 4 I think. So like I said, the ducks are diving all over it now, so there's definitely bait there which hasn't been eaten. So I'm hoping that the commotion on the other side of the lake maybe might push some fish down to here, and hopefully we can get one out. Hasn't been fishing well at all. Like I said, it's been frozen 2 or 3 times I think, and then it's warmed up and then it's froze again, so nothing's come out of here until, as far as I know, until now, for quite a long time. Well, that weren't the ducks, because they've floated away from the spot. That was interesting. So yeah, I've lost my train of thought then. So that was a liner. That was on the middle rod, which is over by the sluice. I've got the ducks diving, but they're on the left hand side, which is well away from both of my rods, to be honest. So yeah, hopefully I can get one out. Be nice. Can't remember the last time I caught here. I've only done 1 session over the winter, to be honest, and that was a grawler just after it had froze. I was here for 5 days. No one was here. No one else was here. The whole time I was here, it was torture, to be honest. Everything was dead. I even went up and down the lake casting in all the other swims, see if I could push some fish around. Nothing happened. So camera nearly fell over then. So yeah, it's a bit of a grawler. So hopefully I can get one out on this session. It'll be nice. I've got a work party in the morning, so I've got to reel in for a few hours, help cut down some trees and stuff. So yeah, I shall update you with the bait. I've gone back to basics with the bait, what I've done well last winter and spring. So I'll show you that later. Right, see you later.
Right, so I'll just go through all the three rigs, all the same rig. Ronnie rig. That one's on a white. Just a normal leg clip system, that one. It's on quite a hard spot, which I'll show you in a bit. This is on uncoated braid Ronnie rig again, yellow. This one's on a helicopter system, lead free leader. There's no lead core on here. And this one is Ronnie rig again, IQ. This time IQ2 on a helicopter setup again. So yeah, cut down orange. So 3 different colours. If I catch on one, I shall change all the colours to the same. And I'm on 2 different spots. So I've got this spot over here, 15 wraps home from here. It's not really my swim, but I can get to it, and there's no one to my right at the moment. About a rod length off those bushes there. That's quite a hard spot, so that's just on the normal leg clip system. And then I've got 2 on the sluice, the inlet to the lake. Probably a rod length off them reeds here. One there, one there. It's quite sludgy there. Quite silty, so they're on the helicopter system. That lead can dig in if it wants to, and I'll be presented on the top. So it looks like we might be slicking up a bit from the bait I put in earlier. You can see it all here now. So yeah, I'll get the rods out and hopefully we can get one. Right, so this is the spod mix. Really simple, hemp and maize. That's what I did well on here last year with. Yeah, cooked in some chilli flake. You can see it there, so give it that bit of spice. I also added some Baileys, some condensed milks for a bit of sweetness, and also some salt, so it's quite salty. Salty and tasty. So it's important with the salt, don't add it during the cooking process because it will stop your hemp from splitting and it'll keep the maize hard. So I've done really well last winter on this. Last winter coming into springtime, and I think into most of the way through the spring, to be honest. So I've just reverted back to this. So yeah, just back to basic stuff. So I mean, you could just have hemp and maize really is good enough on its own, but I'd say really at a minimum I put chilli flake in it. Then you can add some oils into it if it gets a bit warmer. You can add some salmon oil and stuff like that. Smart liquids. Just have a play around with it and get that attraction going. So you can see some nice juices in there. So yeah, and pick out a good piece of maize to put on the hook if you want. That's the mix I'm on. Right, so mussels on the bank tonight for dinner. I've just got to warm them up. Really needs a lid, which I haven't got. Right, the mussels have gone down, and this is dessert. Right, just going to give you a bit of an update on how today's gone. So we had a work party today, and that started at 9:30, so it's just clearing up some of the swims along the dam wall side, any overgrowth, brambles, shrubs and stuff like that, anything that's going to get in the way basically of the swims or any fishing, and to basically maintain the dam wall for inspection. I think it's inspected once every year. So we did that at 9:30. That finished about 2, 2:30, something like that. So about 9 o'clock in the morning, before the work party started, I put about 7 or 8 spams over towards that sluice area again. And then obviously brought the rods in for the work party. So the swim's been rested. I was going to move. The bailiff, one of the bailiffs, had 5 fish last night on a swim further up on the lake. But as we was doing the work party, a couple of lads seen fish on my spot basically in the sluice area. So I've decided just to stay put. Stay put at least for tonight. So on Saturday evening, I think it's about 6 o'clock now, and I've got till Monday if I want it. So we'll see how tonight goes. So I'm waiting eagerly in anticipation for a run. But it's gone really calm at the moment. There's no wind on the water. I have had a nap, to be honest, so I haven't been watching anything. But yeah, it looks nice anyway. It looks good for a bite. I always say that. If it didn't look good for a bite, I suppose you wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be here, so. But yeah, I'm just gonna have myself a coffee now. Wake myself up a little bit. Maybe get some food on, possibly. Because Richard, the owner, got us, everyone who comes to the work party, got us all a McDonald's, so I have had some food. But I shall be hungry again a bit later, I should expect. But yeah, I've enjoyed this session so far. It's been good. It's nice to have a bit of decent weather, and the hours of daylight are increasing, so I'm up at 5:30 and it's light, and it's not getting dark till 7, so it's nice to be able to sit outside and watch the water for a bit, rather than being cooped up in the bivvy in the winter. I still do it, and I still go for them grueling sessions, but it's always nice when you can just sit and watch the water, listening to the birds chirping. And I seen a deer run across the back yesterday afternoon. Yeah, it's spring's well and truly on the way, and we'll soon be into summer. Yeah. Just rod wise, all 3 have gone over to the sluice now. 2 on cut down orange pop up, same as what I caught on yesterday, and 1 on a cut down pink, just for a little bit of variation. So I'm whittling them down just to give them an odd shape and just to make them sink. Now, I don't know whether I tested the pink pop up. I don't know whether I tested it in the bucket of water, just to make sure it sank right. I've been sat here paranoid that I'm completely popped up, but I doubt it, because I do cut enough off so it's sort of overweighted in a sense. I don't want it fluttering around everywhere, so I think I'm alright. Normally I'll label I'll write it on my phone, what rods, what colour, and I sat down, forgot to do it, and I can't remember if it was the right hand rod or the left hand rod, and they all went in sweet, so I'm just leaving them, to be honest. I'll leave it. probably 90% sure it's going to be sitting right. But if it's not, I'd rather leave them, because they're in a decent spot. Plus, as I've whittled the boilie down, the pop-up down, it will take in water more. So even if it is slightly underweighted, slightly lighter than I wanted or whatever, it should sink down. But it's just me being paranoid, I think. To be honest, I'm like that all the time. Fishing wise, it's just, are the rigs set right? Am I snarled up in anything? Should I be fishing pop-up? Should I be fishing bottom baits? For me, 90% of fishing is sat here like, am I doing it right or not? So yeah, we'll see what happens. Right, I'm gonna get a coffee on and let the evening roll in. Right then, Kezza's top tips. Look behind you when you're casting. Oh my god. They are quite tight swims here, but yeah. Just make sure you got enough space. Make sure you got enough space when you're casting. Trying to chuck 2 rods out at once. I'm in. That middle rod on the orange pop up. Doesn't feel like a big fish. Mirror. Yes! Come on! Come on! I'll tell you what, I took a risk with that because I was playing it and setting the camera up at the same time for you, and I haven't had a fish out of here for ages, but I really wanted to get it on film. So yes. First, scales the zeros. $22.5. Yeah, £22.5. That'll do. That'll do nicely. Was it? He's out of the blue, really. I haven't really seen anything. Lovely dark fish. So yeah, I hadn't seen any fish. I heard one bass last night. Yeah, didn't really give up that much of a fight this one, to be honest. Maybe. Oh, he wants to now. Too late, buddy. Too late, mate. too old. This looks like full of spawn, maybe. There we go. Yeah, happy with that. Well happy with that. It's got a bit of something on the top there, I don't know what that is. Some sort of old wound. I'll treat that. Right, let's have a look at the other side. Lifted a couple of scales on this side. I'll give them a spray. I'll grow back fine. Definitely full of spawn, I think. Big belly. Yeah, I don't know if you can see the belly. Yeah, full of spawn. Yeah, nice. Lovely, happy with that. Now that's carpy. So happy with this one. See ya. Off you go. There she goes. Back to the deep. Yeah. Right then, this is the closing ceremony. Nothing last night. No, it's been a bit of a brawler. I don't think just a plane going overhead. Just as I'm doing the final section of the vlog, it's the final log, final entry. I don't even know what it's actually called. Closing speech. Ending the vlog. Can't remember what Paul calls it now. But yeah, anyway, this is the last bit of video. So last night, nothing happened last night. I think I had one beep or a couple of beeps at first light, probably a duck. I did see a show yesterday, a bit of a big fish. I don't know if I was hearing splashes in the night, but probably could have been ducks because they're at it at the minute, aren't they? So yeah, that's probably what it was. But yeah, overall pretty quiet night. It was calm last night, the water was really calm. There wasn't much wind on at all. So yeah, improvements. I think the fish are quite spread out. I feel like I think they're moving around, to be honest. So I think maybe light scattering the boilies would have been a better approach. With a throwing stick, scatter them about a bit, get them picking some up, you know, moving about. That might have been a better approach, but I didn't have any boilies. But I think I'll give that a go next time. The only issue you've got is with the bird life, it being so shallow. You know, if you're thinking you're going to be putting 15-20 boilies around the bait, if the ducks see you, probably going to have most of them away. So it might be a case of waiting for until last light and then getting them in, trying to get them in on the quiet. I don't know, but yeah, I did think I'd have more fish. There's been fish where I've been fishing, but yeah, nothing's materialised from it. So yeah, I'm still happy with that one fish. It's beautiful, stunning dark fish. So I'm happy with that, but I feel like I could have had another one or two at least. So yeah, get back to the drawing board and
see if we can work out a better plan for next time. Right, I'll see you on the next one, whenever that may be. Now that's carpy.